All right. So today is February 5th, 2024. Let's look at what we have for today. So after almost hitting 5,000 on Friday, we had a really nice pullback at the end of the day, probably traders taking profits, and we closed around 49.78 and a half. And then overnight we stayed the whole night in this area. So if you look at this is a double distribution. I mean, technically it's triple, quadruple, I don't know, but the thing is that we have a low volume area here at around 49.80. And when the overnight session opened, we tried to get there and we stopped right below that low volume area. So this is an area that's going to be important for today's session. You want to be looking at, do we stay below 49.80 or do we get above it and make another attempt to hit 5,000? On the lower side, I had said last night that 49.64 was the line in the sand for me, and look, you know, we got one tick below it or two ticks, and we haven't been able to get below it yet. That level is now the overnight low, and it's the Friday's half, so that's also an important level. So so below 64, I would look in to see if we can clean up the single print and get below the weekly pivot, and then there's gonna be some support here. There's a low volume area here at 36, and you know, traders, you know, the bears are gonna try to take this low to end the one-time framing up, but and if they're successful, then we're gonna go back to the 49.16 that we've been talking about for a few weeks already, which is the 20-day point of control as of now. If you look at the, let me see if I can pull out the longer term chart. No, I always have issues with freaking OBS and not letting me do this. I don't know why, but I'm gonna try showing it here. So that is right there, the 49.16. So we're trading here. If we are able to get below this low volume area, look for 49.16. And then, man, this mouse is really pissing me off. And then there's a little bit of resistance here at support here at 4,900, and then if we break 4,900, we can look for 48.85. Now, on the upper side, I was talking about this yesterday in the chat. So if we get, I said if we get above 49.80, then look for 49.90 and then 5,000, and then if we keep extending, we have 50.32 and a half, which is the all-time high level on the back adjusted chart for ES. So that's a level that we want to be watching at. Also, we had a bullish imbalance on Friday. Look where the point of control is in relationship to the whole profile. So the market still wants to test higher prices, in my opinion. Now that doesn't mean that it's going to happen today, of course, but that's, for now, the bulls are still in control. let's see what else we have for NQ. Let's see if I can do this with NQ. Okay, for NQ, we have a little bit of a low volume area at 630, I'm sorry. But then the 5-day point of control is up here where we're trading currently. So similar to ES, we have an overnight session that's trading completely inside the range. So we want to see if we get above the overnight high, then we'll test the point of control from Friday, which is at 750, and then make another attempt to break the previous high at 17 and hit 17,800. You can see here there's also a little bit of resistance. We have a low volume area at 740, so we need to get through that first. On the low end, I mean, literally this could go through all this range without a problem, in my opinion. This weekly pivot at 565 is going to be some support, and then below here we have the 20-day point of control at 535, and then stronger support at 17,500 and at 17,400. So those are the levels that we want to be watching. But for now, opening inside the range on a Monday morning makes it a little difficult. So I would just wait until we see a clear indication that we're going to break the levels that I mentioned before. So for ES 64 and 80, I wouldn't trade inside this. So it's going to be a little choppy. So let's wait a few minutes, and maybe around 10 o'clock we get a good setup. Usually when things are a little bit more clear around that time. For as far as economic news, we have 9:45 PMI, 10 a.m. ISM services PMI, then there's some Fed speaking, and then we have some bill at 11:30, the bill auctions, the 6 months and the 3 months. So I think we're gonna have a choppy morning, so I would wait. That's what I would do. Wait until we break this 64 and this 980, and then see if we get a continuation or we come back into this 74 point of control. All right, good luck.